Hi, I'm Deborah Dahab. I'm an expat coach and intercultural psychologist, and my goal is to help you, expat, live a cultural transition that is smooth and easy. If you like this video, please subscribe in the button below. And today we're going to talk about home and the concept of home and how that's really important for an expat. And also, I'm going to give you some ideas how to access the concept of home, which might not be very clear for you, and to incorporate that in your wherever you are in your new environment. So, home means different things to different people. And many times we underestimate the importance of that feeling, really, of that feeling of being connected, feeling of being understood, feeling that you don't have to explain everything, that whatever you say, people understand. It's kind of like, I like to make an analogy with, those friends that we have that it doesn't really matter how long we've been apart. When we meet up, it's like time has not passed, even if we haven't been in touch. Um, so that's kind of the feeling that for me is home. It's that feeling of being accepted, of not having to over explain things. And it will mean different things for different people. For some people, it's related to a physical place, either like a house or a specific area of a house, like a bedroom or living room or even sometimes an attic. Um, and for other people, it's going to be like the environment, the larger environment. It's going to be about the city or the town or something like that. For other people, it might be related to people and friends, kind of like my case. Friends, you know, of social environment. For some people, that's the concept of home. For other people, it's some things that are might not be that obvious. It can be related to a taste, related to a smell, related to a certain color. And I'm going to give you an example of a client of mine, and we do this exercise. So sensing home is really important because it gives you that grounding feeling. And sometimes it's hard to understand what gives you that grounding feeling. Many times we've traveled a lot and it's not that obvious. So I do an exercise, which I'm going to share a little bit with you. You can do it on your own. And it's kind of like we close our eyes and we go back to that feeling of home, whatever it is for you. And I had this client. It was really interesting, and she could not connect to the feeling of home. It was really hard for her. She'd moved around a lot, and so it came to a point where we explore, smells and tastes, and the five senses, and even intuition wise, it's going like almost, it's not a meditation, but it's an internal exercise of internal observation. And she came up with something, and she was like, wow, I can sense the smell of cinnamon. And was like, what, why cinnamon? And where did that come from? And she says, wow, I can remember, for me, home is my grandmother's house. It's where I used to feel really, really happy as a child. And it was the cinnamon that she used to make cinnamon tea. So, wow, that was really interesting. So I said this. She was preparing for the move, right? So I was like, okay, when you move, the first thing I want you to do in your new house is have a cinnamon scent, and either a candle or actually, make cinnamon tea. And cinnamon is a smell that, it goes, it's quite strong. And she did that. And it was very interesting because even though at that point her house wasn't really, put together, or she says like, wow, I come home and when I smell that, I really feel like that cozy feeling. So that's the idea. I've done this exercise, this kind of like home inventory, home exploration, in workshops. And many people go like, it's a color. For one participant, it was teal. And I don't know, she just had this insight. And so you can incorporate these little things in your new environment. And it doesn't take, like, if it's a color, if it's color teal, buy teal cushions, or teal pillows, or things that that don't require a lot of investment, but still can bring you that sense of comfort. For many people, it's about people, as I mentioned. It's about, for example, having family members around. And if you're moving, that's probably not going to be your reality, right? You're not going to have, probably not going to have extended family around. So be sure to incorporate pictures. For example, for me, I have to have pictures around the house. I incorporated little things from my grandmother. Like I remember there, like these little bowls that we used to eat ice cream from when I was a child, and I brought those because for me, I don't even use them to be honest, but for me that brings the sense of my childhood, and it really gives me that sense of coziness and of, I'm part of something else, even though I'm detached physically, geographically from my origin. It's still there. You can bring it with you. That's really, really important. And that this incorporation of home is something that expats, it's really important that they take care of this and invest time and effort. Because it can be emotionally draining to come to a place, to an environment where you don't feel comfortable, and you're in an environment where you're not comfortable, or you're out of your comfort zone, usually, right, when you're in a foreign place. And in your home, it's important to, in your house, it's important to incorporate it and become a home. And it will mean different things for different people. So that's really, really important. And that's one of like, today the video is not like 3 or 4 tips. It's like just this one thing, and take time to explore what that means to you. If you have children, well, children have favorite toys. It's important to bring that along and not put that in either storage or in the moving boxes, because it's important when you arrive in a place, you have that sense of comfort, whatever that object is. So that's really important to incorporate as well. So I would invite you to write down your memories of home, write down whatever home means to you, like, free flow. And for about, 10, 15 minutes, just put on, a nice song that you like, something that will get you in the vibe, and free flow for 15 minutes and write down what your memories of home are. And you might be surprised. And read that afterwards and try to say, well, what can I incorporate? What can I incorporate in my life today to make it more cozy and more homey like. So I hope you enjoyed this video today. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.